In the modern days of Roblox, a lot of games tend to blend together. And no shade on the developers of these games, but when I'm scrolling through the game's catalog and I see like 14 different One Piece games, all with the same basic thumbnail of Luffy or of someone holding a sword or something like that, and it's got like the same color scheme and everything and the same art style, it really feels like you don't have a lot of variety to pick from, which isn't what Roblox is supposed to be about. So when you see games like this, like Zeppelin Wars, when it pops up and you join the game, it's really just pure fun. There's no buy now for 2 times EXP or anything like that. There's no loot boxes to open. There's barely any microtransactions. Really, the only times I see those is in the store, obviously, to buy more coins to get like certain weapons. But most of the time, those weapons are just slightly better versions or just a reskin of a weapon that you would already be able to unlock. So it doesn't feel like it's that big of a difference that, oh, my opponent has the Thompson and I only have the trench gun. You know, it doesn't feel like there's that huge of a difference in buying guns. The only difference I can find with some of them is with like the Martini Henry and the trapdoor rifle. Except the Martini Henry's technically worse though, because it does less damage. Overall, it does 10 less, but whatever, I'm getting off on an exit ramp here. But anyways, Zeppelin Wars is a remaster, and a very good and faithful remaster of the original Zeppelin Battles back in 2008. Now, Zeppelin Wars is not like other remasters where it's basically just a very hyped up version or a very hyped up release. It just ends up being like shit, you know? It is actually such an amazing remaster because it takes the original concept of Zeppelin Battle, improves it in almost every way, adds progression and leveling systems in order to entice players and encourage them to play the game more often, adds missions and things that they need to accomplish, adds better weapons, better animations, better game modes, more game modes obviously, and also fleshes out a lot of the classes, or a lot of the 2 classes, and how the gameplay is, conducted. Overall, Zeppelin Wars is really just a testament to how old gameplay doesn't have to be reimagined into a bunch of loot box and gambling simulators where you have to beg and plead with the developers to get a 1% roll for something that doesn't even really matter. You can just hop into Zeppelin Wars, play a few matches with like even stock gear, and have a ton of fun doing so. There's a lot of sense of teamwork and camaraderie when you're fighting, and everyone at the end of the game always says GG. I don't know how many times I've encountered like, toxic players, but that's probably less than 10 because there's like very little toxicity. The most I've seen is like one dude on another team being toxic and everyone else is like GG, well played at the end of the match. And so even if you win or lose, it still feels like you're having fun. Like you're still just having fun, which is really what games should be about. It shouldn't be about grinding for stats. It shouldn't be about grinding to be the best or, gambling and stuff like that. It should be about having fun. But yeah, that's about, all I really wanted to cover about Zeppelin Wars. If you want to see more, I can upload more gameplay videos of it. And yeah, that's about it for this video. Alright, bye.